Howdy do, y'all. This is John, and today we are talking about Havoc, a new movie out on Netflix right now. In Havoc, it deals with this dirty police officer who has to rescue a mayoral candidate's son after his son has been framed for his involvement in a gangland massacre. So now he has to get this guy's son before the Chinese triads do. And also even dirtier police officers. Okay, so getting into it, first and foremost, what I liked about the movie, well, the acting's not bad. I'm not joking, the acting's not bad. It's probably one of the best things I can think about in the movie, and that's kind of not saying much. Tom Hardy's in the movie. He's kind of playing a typical Tom Hardy action character. Nothing special, but he's good at it. And, the same can be said for a lot of the career actors in this movie. Timothy Olyphant's also in it, however, it's a typical character for him. Same thing with Forrest Whitaker. And they're not bad in them. It's just they've played these type of characters before, so it's nothing really new or special for them. Now, as far as like the action and the combat goes, it's not bad. It's nothing special. However, it's not like the best I've seen. I have seen far better. And this is coming from a guy that is notorious for giving people great action sequences. Now, I've never seen any of his previous movies, like the Raid films. However, I hear a lot of great things about those movies. It's just I haven't been able to see them. But I am aware of his reputation when it comes to action scenes, when it comes to combat scenes. And, this movie, they're not bad. They're just not the best I've seen. Now, in terms of the story of the movie, it is very convoluted. What I mean by that is that there's way too much going on for a simple hour, 40-minute movie. Just way too much. You have the whole rescue the kid storyline. Then you also have the storyline involving the triads and, the storyline involving, even dirtier cops than the main character. There is way too much going on. I definitely think that they should have just narrowed it down to him trying to save this kid from the triads and, they get caught in the crossfires of a gang war. And maybe go as far as have like the entire second half of the movie take place in just this one location, which, I think that the best location probably would have been this nightclub that they go into for a few minutes. Have two rival triad gangs come into this nightclub, cause chaos, have them be caught into crossfires of this gang war, and, just have the entire rest of the movie take place there. I think it would have been a lot better, probably beneficial to the movie. Now, does that make it 100% original? No, but it would have definitely, prevented things from getting overcomplicated, especially with the whole erasing the whole dirtier cops situation. And also the main character, not that great. The main character, he's a dirty cop, and they really should have had more of a character arc with him. There are little hints and nuggets of him, like, questioning whether or not he wants to continue to be a dirty cop or become a legit, cop. Have that be the forefront of his character arc, because he doesn't really have that much of a character arc. Also, there's this thing with him involving his daughter that they mention in the opening of the movie that they never bothered to mention again until the end of the movie. Why even bother to mention in the first place if you're not gonna make a big deal about it? And the special effects, while they're not asylum bad, they are bad. You notice all the CGI effects, and there are some scenes that literally look like they were filmed entirely in front of a green screen. I'm not joking. Now, again, they're not asylum bad, but they're not good. And at the end of the day, is this movie entertaining? Not really. I became very disinterested in this film rather quickly because, despite good acting, despite the fact that the combat scenes are not bad, I had a hard time really rooting for the main character. And the story is just overcomplicated. They really should have just narrowed it down to just the simple gang war. And like I said, have the entire rest of the movie after this nightclub scene take place at the nightclub. The CGI is real bad. It's real bad. Would I recommend this film? The answer is no. Absolutely not. I am going to give Havoc a 3. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Ski will return.